girl. Hey. Yes, girl. Yes,
I
girl.
always love I love when you do those moments where like some of them are on note and it's kind
Uh-huh.
of great and
Uh-huh.
it's great. I love it. So like there was like a moment there where I was like, "Oh, what she hit that note. Come on now." And then she went off
girl,
track again.
girl. No, I do. I lose track on purpose. I
Me too,
do.
girl.
Uh, girl,
Me too.
I
That's what
do.
I tell myself. It's not my condition.
I do have to, not your condition. Girl, I do have to have a question for you, though. A very honest question. Why you gotta throw "I'll be your commander" at me without any
Wasn't that
warning?
good? Oh my gosh, it took me a moment. I was like, yes, I needed this today. Yes, Kelly
I'll be
Rowland.
your
Yes. That was my
commander.
second Kelly Rowland
Don't
interference
fear
today.
no doubt.
There was another thing where somebody was talking about apparently there was a big controversy about Beyonce's first big solo song, Check on It,
Uh
and
huh.
like whether Kelly actually sang the second verse in it. And I guess this had been some sort of like urban myth that for a long time it was actually a Destiny's Child track
Mm-hmm.
relabeled. But Michelle went on record, and if Michelle says it's true, because she's the Christian one.
She's
If
the
Michelle
Christian one.
says it's true, right? She said that's all B. So if Michelle says it, I'm done.
Girls, I just want to have you know that I am up to date with RuPaul's Drag Race.
I was genuinely surprised. I didn't realize that it was gonna like continue on to like a show. I thought it was just gonna go into like lip sync. So
So are
when they
they?
did the
So now they're going to do a show.
oh okay,
Girl,
I forgot you don't watch the previews. So
uh,
this isn't a spoiler, but like literally at the very end, because we were both like, oh cool, like they're gonna
yeah.
pick the person, right, the 10th person or whatever. And they're like snatch game. I was like, wait, what's happening? Yeah, snatch game for next week.
Okay, so then they're probably going to get it down to four,
Mm-hmm.
six. How many?
I think it'll be three, a final three, and then
Okay.
the judges will pick the fourth.
Okay.
Because then there's the two lip syncs and then the final lip sync.
Okay.
So yeah, when they said literally like when they said snatch game, because I had gotten up off the couch, I was like going off, and I was like, wait, what's happening?
Oh
So
Lord.
I feel bad. I feel bad, but girl, I wish you had watched that trailer now because I didn't realize that there was a gap in time also. When they come back,
Oh yeah.
Mistress and Ginger have their Ozempic bodies.
Yes, I know. I
So I
heard
was
that.
like, wait a minute, what is happening?
I heard that. I heard that. And so here's the thing. I feel bad again. I will go back, and I know what you said, dear listeners. There's a little controversy in the gay verse about
Hmm.
Ginger Minge and lip syncing and etc. And her specifically her lip syncing at Stenali. And I heard what you said,
Right.
and I spoke to my husband about it, and we discussed it, and the consensus is that that's what the producers exactly wanted you to say. Because if you go over to Denali and actually watch the few clips they have of
Uh-huh.
her, she
Yeah.
is on point every single time. And you could clearly
Interesting.
see her face.
Okay.
So it is, I think that, I think you fell for the producer's trap.
Well, I mean, I'm human, right? And I was
Are
drinking.
you? Are you dancer?
No.
Oh, that's,
And I
I
think
have
they were
seen you in
well.
drag. I think
Wow.
no applies to both for that.
Wow. I mean, I've danced before in drag. Like I've done it. It's fine.
Girl,
I
when you were asked about that OnlyFans, were you asked about the two far boys you
yes,
sent
because I
me?
was all like, "Oh, this is adorable." I was like, "This is adorable."
Yeah.
And then I go and they're in Whiteville also.
Uh huh.
So I was like, "How adorable is this?"
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like, "Oh, they got like stuff, right? Like, because they're a farm thing." So I was like, "Oh,
Mm-hmm.
maybe guys like farm." First thing,
Mm-hmm.
I was like, "What?"
Yeah, do you want to see pictures from it?
It's okay.
Okay.
I'm sure that it will be mid to under average.
Depends on what you're talking about. So one of them is very long and thin,
Okay.
The other one is average.
Yeah.
Which one do you think's the top?
I mean, I would assume the one showing off his chickens is actually the top, and the other one is the bottom.
Yeah, you're right. The blonde one's the bottom. The
Like,
other.
I just assume that the roles are completely the opposite
Yeah, you got it, girl.
because he seemed like he was trying way too hard to be the alpha in that cute little video of like whatever. I was like, you're trying too hard.
Girl, there's neither one of us tried to be ever the alpha.
What is that?
I ain't got time for that, girl.
Do you know how much planning that takes?
You're right. You are absolutely.
I don't wanna do
Wait, where's my camera? You are right. You are absolutely
I don't
right.
want to do it. Somebody else do it. I don't want to do it.
It's like that time I was a dom for a little bit. Girl, it
Which
just
still just tickles.
it takes so much effort and time, and then you have to think. The thing is, you have to be creative about it too. You can't just do the same thing over and over again, because then it gets real boring for both. And God, Jesus,
I have
Christ.
no desire. It's just like, just tell me what to do. It's fine. I'll make you happy. It's fine. Just tell me what to do. It's fine.
Side note, Mr. Maim Dom. So there's a new game out that I don't know if you played.
Okay. What's it
It's
called?
a video game.
Which I play them a lot. Yes.
You're gonna. It's a dating simulation. Have
I've
you heard
never
of this?
played any of those before.
This one's called Date Everything.
Date everything. Okay.
Girl, you're in a house and you could date all of the things in the house.
Like all the objects.
All
and
the objects of the
everything?
house, yes.
Oh, now this actually sounds kind of fun.
It and like some of the they got some pretty like famous voice actors for this.
Oh.
So you're gonna be in there, you'll be like, oh, they've done a lot of anime. Oh yeah, they're yeah.
Oh, very
Yeah.
cool.
It's
No, I'll definitely if it's something. I mean, it sounds.
It's on
humorous, so,
PS5 and
Oh,
Steam. My husband's been playing it, and it is a hootenanny.
Yeah.
You either get them to love you, hate you, or be friends with you.
I'm down.
Yeah.
Down immediately.
Yeah.
That'll be good for me on my like when I need something that's a little bit lighter when I'm not drowning in thaumaturge. My
Drowning in
thaumaturge
what
game-
was that word again?
There's a game called the Thaumaturge. It's great.
The what? The thaumaturge?
Yeah. It takes place in like Russia in like early like 1920s Russia in the middle of like Warsaw. And he can communicate with like spirits and all of these things happen and he carries around these basically like these creatures that help him channel his energy.
Girl. I ain't even
It's lighthearted fun.
Girl, speaking of lighthearted fun, did you know that we have a Patreon? Dear listeners, if you go to patreon.com/MrMahaffey, you can throw us some money. Hey, Maim.
Yes.
Did you know we have another podcast?
What?
That's right, it's You Slay Me. It's our Murder, She Wrote podcast. Hey, Maim.
Yes.
Did you know we have a website?
No.
That's right. If you go to MrMahaffey.com, you can see us. Stuff. Buy something. I don't know. I don't even know what's up there anymore. Hey,
Girl,
Maim.
please try to sell this better. Please try to sell it better.
Look, we've been getting a lot of new viewers to this podcast recently, so I don't know why, but we're happy. Welcome
New viewers. Welcome.
Stop the insanity.
What have you gotten yourself into?
Hey, babe.
Yes, take your Prozac. Yes.
Do you know what I love?
You love a good 5-star review.
I love a good 5-star review. Yes, I do.
No words necessary. No words necessary. Just 5 stars.
This is season 7, episode 2, Sex and the Single Woman.
I'm Julia Sugarbakers. I'm Julia Sugarbakers. I'm Julia Sugarbakers. I'm Julia Sugarbakers. And that Marjorie, just so you will know, and your children will someday know, is the night the lights went out in Georgia. The lights went out, the lights went out, the lights went out, the lights went out. And that is the night the lights went out in Georgia.
I'm sorry, I didn't know.
Well, now you do.
What a good time for people to be joining us now.
I know, girl. This is the only episode that I've ever seen of the last season of Designing Women.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Like prior to this?
prior to this, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. No, I mean, we watch this show religiously in our house, so.
And
Seen
so the new intro is now only 15-second song. Do
we
do
gotta
do
get
do
to
do. Click. We're
You
here.
got to get to it, girl.
Mhm. And they've changed the picture of the house. I don't know if you've noticed that too.
I did notice that
I don't even
too.
think it's the same house anymore.
I know I noticed.
And yeah, whatever.
It's been 7 years.
But we're at Sugar Baker's, girl.
Sugar Baker. It's the last season. That's all I got. I felt that it felt appropriate.
It did. It did. Although I will say it's picking back up. Like I'll give it.
It
that.
is. No, this is a good one.
Well, Anthony, Carlene, and Mary Jo are here, girl.
Hey, girl. Hey.
And they are redoing Tony and Cassandra Hall's place.
Their number one client.
And Tony wears compression pants a lot. And Anthony says that he ain't got no ass. And Mary Jo says about his rolled up sock penis.
He don't need no ass, according to Mary Jo, girl.
I know, right, girl?
As soon as Anthony said compression pants and he ain't got no ass, I knew everything I needed to know about the front.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm like, Anthony, let's tell you about twinks.
Which aren't really a thing anymore. They're all twunks now.
No, there's still twinks in the thing. There are. They're still out
That's
there.
right. Wilt Manners, they're 35.
They're still out there. They're still out there.
Girl, I got a offer today from Marriott Bonvoy Vacations
Okay.
for a timeshare
Okay.
in Florida.
Oh no. Okay.
That's an hour away from you.
Where?
It's some sort of island, Signal Island, some sort of.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, oh, that's cheap. I could go down there for $250 for a week. But that's an hour away from her. I'm like,
I've driven further.
yeah, girl, but what would we do there? What
I
are we
don't
going to
know.
do?
Drink and judge. What do we always do?
Yeah, but it's going to be us and a bunch of white people and white Republicans at that. I mean, it is still South Florida, so there's still going to be a little liberal, but
Yeah, no, they're still fun.
yeah.
They're still going to be fun. Yes.
Oh,
It
God.
says the rich white ones. They'll still be
Mhm.
fun, girl. They
So-
will still show up at a drag brunch in a minute.
So we pan over to Julia, and she's wearing a wig. I remember Dixie Carter's hair last episode and last season. She's either got a lot of extensions in, or this is a wig. Thoughts?
I thought extensions. I didn't think wig. I thought it bad
So
extensions.
the reason I think wig is because later on in the episode it's deflated so much, and it's like she took the bumper off. It's probably a bumper.
You were throwing us back to middle school so quickly.
Am I wrong?
You're not wrong.
Yeah.
Oh, bump it. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh.
Yeah.
As black women say, a sock. That's what
It's a sack.
that's what black women use for a bump it. They ain't paying no $19.99. Just put a sock in there. Get a black sock and put it in there, girl.
I mean, if you get one of my wonderfully not human hair wigs, you use a piece of styrofoam, like the floral foam in there.
Why would anybody wear a human hair wig?
Because they're lighter and they feel better.
Do they?
Yes, girl. Do you wear human? No, I've seen your wigs.
All of my wigs are very not human hair. I'm trying to get as far away from humanity as possible, including my wigs.
And girl, the thing is, a crisis will happen if a flame gets too close to them. Trust me, I know.
Girl, I don't mind being Flame Monroe for a day. It's fine. I'll take it off.
Oh, God. Well, we found out that the halls prepay.
Oh, good.
So that she does not care what he looks like as long as the money's coming in. Well, girl, we find out that Dwayne Dauber's here.
How do you feel about Dwayne Dauber?
Pull my finger.
Yeah, it's like, so to be honest with you, my very first relationship, personality-wise, that was how his father was.
Oh, I was like, that was how he was?
No, that's how his father was. Almost like, even like the way he talks and everything, that's literally. So every time Dwayne's on here, I get this like weird little flashback moment in my life. Like, it
girl,
just takes me back.
What does not give you a little flashback moment where you're like,
I've lived a lot of lives. I've lived a lot of different kinds of lives. So you're right. About everything gives me a freaking flashback at this point.
Girl, that's called PTSD.
It is, girl. It is. That's right. Where's my Prozac?
God.
Oh, I'm sorry. Fluoxetine.
Girl, that's a lot. That's a lot of consonants and vowels.
I'm not paying for brand. Give me generic, girl. It's just like my hair. I don't mind.
God. Oh, my God. She's talking about her real hair, too, because I know that color comes out of box.
Yes, Eddie, the kind you buy at a store, girl.
Probably Sally Beauty Supply.
No, I actually go to like an ethnic beauty supply place for my supplies, actually. I do.
Solandra's Beauty Supply.
It's actually
Why's
right
it
down
gotta
the
be
street,
ethnic?
Because that's what it is.
They don't say black.
There ain't no white folks in there.
Girl.
I can't be saying black because that ain't who owns it. It's owned by some Arabic fellows, so I can't be saying black.
Girl, I've got something sad has happened. The Whig store in Statesville's closed.
No.
Those old Asian ladies
Yes.
who used to love to get those wigs down for us when we were at the coffee shop try on. It's not there anymore.
That's the end of an era. Oh my gosh. Does everybody got to go to Hickory and Mooresville now?
Well, I'm sure there's one in Southside. Probably right beside Statesville Auto and Glass, to be honest with you.
I can get my tires rotated and my wig rotated.
Whoop. It looks completely different this way.
Multifunctional, girl. Multifunctional.
Well, BJ meets Dwayne.
Hey, BJ. Good to see you again.
And they're talking about his job, and she's like, "Well, how big is your region?"
I kind of love this exchange.
I do too. He then goes over and talks to Anthony, and walks up and says, "My man," and he asks them about the Rodney King riots and what he thought about them.
We've gotten into that timeline, which is crazy.
Well, Dwayne came on out here at the sperm of the moment.
I'm sorry, the what?
Sperm of the moment.
Sperm of the moment?
Yeah, it means he just didn't plan it.
Okay.
And he wants to camp out at Carlene's place. He's here for a car show, which he's like, absolutely not. So Anthony, who apparently has just bought Suzanne's house now, is like, come on, stay with me, be great, Yeah. Well, Dwayne decides to take Carlene out for dinner, and she's like, well, I'm very busy. But if he proposes 7, he's like, well, if you make it 7:15, will go.
This is nice of them to kind of get back into things. That's nice.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. That's nice.
Do you go out to dinner with your ex?
No, I've never been out.
Mm.
No.
Mm-hmm.
He came to a couple of my comedy shows when I was doing stand-up on the Drive. That's about it. Why are you laughing?
Just the image of you doing stand-up with rain dancing around you while you're doing stand-up. Girl, take that in for a second. Just like, I'll be your commander. Doing a weird...
How did you turn this back into Kelly Rowland?
Doing a little weird stanky leg around you while you trying to do a stand-up show.
Maybe the stand-up show would have lasted longer if I had incorporated doing stanky leg and windmills into my act.
Girl, you don't need to pull something.
Ain't nobody pulling nothing when they do a windmill. Ain't nobody pulling nothing when they do a windmill.
Back.
Wait a minute. Let me tell you what. I saw somebody do a windmill the other day online. Did not even move their legs, girl. It was just off. Didn't even tap the toe, girl. It was just arm, girl. I got so mad. It's like, this is the bare minimum you could have done, and you did less.
So the reason I was so pissed off at Ginger Minge when she was doing something against Denali was she did not move at all. She just walked back and forth. I was like, that song is not a perky burk. It is not a perky burk.
I mean, you and every other Drag Race girl, because they were all of them did posts about Park and Barks. Like that was probably the trending hashtag for the
thing
week.
is, I've done that, and I'm not a mover, dear listeners. When I did drag, I did not move around very much, did I, Maim? Don't answer that. But
Well, the stage wasn't that big, so you couldn't do that much moving to begin with.
But I would work that song out in that 2x2 little thing I had.
That thing was so... When I think now about how small that stage was, it was dangerously small. It wasn't even like a meter wide. And you did what you had to do, girl. Yeah. You did what you had to do, right? Some of the girls, they worked...
Girl,
some stuff out.
I saw Victoria Porkchop Parker fall off a far bigger
stage.
Yes.
Oh, that bookstore.
Well, well, there. Dwayne leaves, and Mary Jo and Julia don't like that she's talking to him, and just don't like that she's seeing him for dinner. And Carlene thinks he's very charming. She tells a story about how he sold a car to a one-handed person named Lefty. But she can at least order her own meat now. You can too. There's some websites for that.
That's right, everybody. If you don't know what they are, we can slide it into your DMs, girl and boys.
Well, they're like, Mary Jo's like, well, you're just horny. And
Yes.
Julia's like, no, I don't like that word. And BJ's like, well, it makes sense. It's what she is.
A lot of people have a problem with that word, and I don't understand why. Like, what would be the preferable, politically correct way of saying that? Right? Like,
I would like to have sex now.
But even that, you'll say that to... Imagine saying that, and it's a person like, woo! Grasping at the pearls.
Well, the thing is, in America, we don't like sex.
From the lakes of Minnesota to the hills.
I don't know where that.
This country has an issue about sex.
We do. It's our puritanical roots, right? Like,
it is so deeply embedded into everything.
Yeah, we don't like it. Yeah, we just don't like it. And Brits don't like it, right? Like they have a hard time talking about it. But
Yep. Because they all talk about the Europeans just like they're so weird because they're so like, why is this such a big deal?
yeah,
Like, well, yeah, it's not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
there's some bars in Berlin that'll rock your world if you're into it.
Did you go to them?
I was not in Berlin.
Oh, that's right. You went to
Vienna,
Was it?
Salzburg, and Munich. Yes,
that's the word looking for. Munich.
Munich. Yeah, which is a great little city. It's not that little. It's 2 million, 3 million people.
I was
But
gonna say Munich's not.
no.
Did you say little?
It's a huge city. I love it. It's a town that I could move to.
Oh, that's right. You didn't even tell our audience about your like whirlwind trip to Europe and everything.
I went on a whirlwind. It wasn't even that whirlwind. It was a week. I went on a trip to Europe. It was very nice. I
Your
enjoyed
windy
it.
trip or winded. I don't know, girl. Wind.
Yeah,
it
it was Pride in Vienna. We got out. We
was
walked
very
over.
white. I loved it.
Well, girl, the thing is, it was not even that. Like it was across 3 different parks. It didn't even show you the other 2 parks, right? Like,
Oh, okay.
The picture you saw was the easiest picture we take for all the people that were there.
Gotcha.
But it really was just people chilling.
Hanging out looked like.
Yeah, like they were hanging out, sitting on lawns, listening to music, dancing around. It was also very interesting to be in a country where the police are there to actually protect you.
And not property.
Yeah. Yeah, it was nice. It was very, very nice. And the coffee, Jesus Christ, the coffee, girl. So I'll tell you a quick story. So second day there, we wake up, we go to breakfast, we have coffee, as you do. We walk to a coffee shop to have coffee. Then we walked over to a breakfast place,
Okay.
an actual cafe, and I order iced cafe.
Mm-hmm.
And my husband orders the same thing, and he thought he was getting an iced coffee. Girl, iced cafe is, and I knew what it was. Iced cafe is like 3 shots of espresso with vanilla ice cream inside, topped with whipped cream. So served with a straw. It's absolutely delicious.
There's a Latin thing like that here too, with the vanilla ice cream and coffee. Also,
Yeah. It's very good, and like a lot of sugar, and we got it with a lot of bread and cheese.
Well, you're sweet, honey, so you got to keep up your sugars because you're so sweet. We don't want you souring at all.
So,
You know what my mother did yesterday? You'll
what
love
did she do
this.
yesterday?
She was at a singing, honey. They had the Mitchell Community Choir.
Was that the
honey.
Mitchell
They had
Community Choir?
Yes,
Oh, yeah,
honey. Had
look
the
at-
singing girl.
I saw the picture of them, and there was some real old ladies in there.
I mean, they think it's a community event, so
As long as I can still sing.
that's honey. They can still wail, girl. They can still wail. I gotta go watch the videos because my brother went to support. Now that he can do things, has a life again, so he went to support.
Wait,
So,
would he not have been able to go previously?
It is very difficult. It used to be very difficult to do stuff like that. Mm-hmm.
That's weird. Okay.
We haven't talked too much about some of the stuff that I discovered, so we haven't had that very, very long conversation about that stuff. But yeah, like some of that stuff was very difficult for him to do.
Okay then. That's so weird. I don't understand that.
Yeah. Well,
If my husband ever told me no, you can't do something like that, I would be like, well, okay, I'm doing it anyway.
I would love to see your face of any person about anything.
Yeah.
Because as memory serves correctly, that word doesn't really
So
register
I do ask. I'm like, hey, can we do this? Can I do this? I do ask that because I want to make sure that I did not already have a plan, right?
Right.
Like that's really the reason I'm asking. Not that, hey, I'm asking permission. It's, is there a plan I'm forgetting? Because there's some things that if either I didn't make or I didn't want to do, that I will just dispose of immediately.
Sometimes you have like my brain
Yeah.
that stuff.
Yeah.
Too many things stacked
And
up.
it is specifically things I didn't plan or I don't want to do. Like it is literally just those two things that my mind will purposely compartmentalize those and file them away and delete. So it
You're like, no,
no,
and
no, 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 no. So
no, no.
I often ask that, but no, if my husband, and same, it goes both ways. If I ever did that to my husband, that would be an argument. Like that would be, we don't argue often, but that would be a literal argument.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No. But that kind of loops back to what we were just talking about.
Well, we're
episode.
back at Carlene's,
Okay.
and Dwayne and our Carlene are drinking soda in bed, girl.
Oh.
They just had sex.
Oh.
Yeah, he's like, do you want a little more bubbly? She's like, yeah. Classic or diet? Classic.
Oh my God.
Carlene's talking, and she said she has regrets, and I don't know if you noticed this. This is giving some people some 90s foot porn in the shot, which is very like, somebody recorded this.
Like on the VHS.
Uh-huh. It just paused it right there.
Ugh.
He has very small feet.
They're very small for a man that tall. Yeah.
No, I thought that was Jan Hook's foot
Yeah.
at first, but no, it was his. I'm like, wait, what?
He does. I was surprised by that.
Carlene's like, she's got regrets that she doesn't want to do this anymore, that she doesn't think they need to do this anymore because she's not the same woman. And Anthony walks in and finds them naked on his sheets.
I'm sorry, what?
They're his sheets. That's his room.
They're in Anthony's bed?
They're in his bed. Now, keep in mind, and remember, they were naked on his sheets. That is very important for later when we find out that they were naked on his sheets. So it's a little bit later on at Sugar Baker's, and there's that new picture of the house up. Anthony did not notice what time they got in last night because he was doing laundry.
Mm-hmm.
And TJ says the story about lipstick on a pig. You know, you can put lipstick on a pig, but still pig.
Yes.
About Dwayne Dauber. And Mary Jo then goes into a story about Ted, and that, you know, after they got divorced, he would come over and want to, you know, do the dirty. And she's like, you know, sure, you've already seen me naked. And yeah, and Anthony then admits that, or Julia says something about her not ordering the meat and how that's, you know, I wonder how that went. And Anthony's like, well, they sure were sharing dessert in my bed, in my sheets. They were Ralph Lauren.
Not Ralph Lauren, honey.
Yes.
You got them at Belk.
TJ then's like, hey, I'm going to buy you, you know, those nice Bill Blass sheets with the ducks on them and all that. I'm going to buy you those. She hands her a credit card, tells her to get the dust ruffle because they sure as hell can't have sex on that. As long as he makes sure to never talk about them screwing up. He goes on about them screwing up on his sheets for a while. Like, it is.
I mean, girl, stuff at Belk is expensive. I probably would be too.
Girl, it ain't like us. It ain't like it got some cheap lube on it.
Cheap?
Do you use that Hello Sailor or whatever it is?
The what?
What brand of lube do you use?
I don't know, girl.
Boy Butter?
I have no idea. No.
Boy Butter's actually pretty good. I don't, you know, as a side, that's a fact.
As a side.
I don't really even use lube anyway. There's no need.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean,
Got it.
Yeah.
Why are you saying? Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, what's I don't understand what's happening.
So Carlene's here,
Hey, girl, hey.
and she's like, "Y'all are staring at me kind of weird." And like Mary Jo's like there's a tiger in your tank. And we find out that Carlene actually seduced Dwayne.
What?
Yeah, the story is that she ordered for them because he doesn't like ordering off of menus without pictures.
Oh, jeez.
She paid. On the way back to Anthony's, she thought, "You owe me." And she said while they were there, she made him strip off slowly and do a little dance in between each thing. And BJ said, "Congratulations, last night you became a man."
I hate that she's right.
So we pan back, and Julia thinks that she should get flea dipped.
I agree.
Uh-huh. And Carlene said she just used him several times and for sex. And BJ states that everyone has someone they're afraid to admit they would have sex with.
Okay.
For BJ, it's Fidel Castro. For Mary Jo, it's Jerry Lewis. And then Anthony does a little bit of
The worst Jerry Lewis
the
impression
worst Jerry
ever.
Lewis impersonation ever.
Ugh.
The French were, "Oh, man, no," about it.
It was so bad.
But he got some claps.
I mean, anytime Anthony does an impression, he gets claps.
It's true. It's true. And Julia refuses to participate because she's too good for this. And Mary Jo's like, "You never participate, Julia, but there has to be someone." And then she said, "It's fine. It's Billy Graham." To which Carlene said, That's a sin." Do you have one? Do you have somebody that you...
They call him like hall pass or whatever.
Yeah, well, not the hall pass, but the hall pass is just somebody that your husband would be okay with you screwing. Somebody that you find very attractive that's maybe not conventionally attractive, or somebody that's downright despicable, somebody that you don't want to admit to. Fidel Castro, when he was young, was pretty attractive. Like, I'm not gonna lie, young Fidel Castro was pretty attractive. Old Fidel Castro, not so much. Jerry Lewis was never really attractive.
Somebody that is not traditionally, but
like Kid Rock. Would you schlep with Kid Rock?
oh,
Okay.
I don't know who it would be. I'm trying to think about who that could possibly be.
Yeah, it was hard for me too, because I although I find lots of different guys attractive, they are all...
Well, that's the thing, right? I think between the both of us, right? Like, we have like all sorts of things that we think are handsome in different kinds of guys.
And none of them's ever really been gross or somebody I would not admit to wanting to sleep with. Right? Like there's never really been...
I'm just trying to think of...
I mean, but then again, we also, as gay people, have rough trade. That we acknowledge that there is that thing that we will sleep with that is unsavory, right?
Oh man.
There was a drag queen who, whenever the NC State Fair would come into town, she had a specific worker with the state fair who was unsavory.
And they would go and have
lots of sex.
Got it.
Lots of sex. He was not that attractive. But it was apparently very good sex.
Well, I mean, that's the thing that's so funny. I mean, I think between the two of us, we have had different experience levels with different people that commercially, on a commercial scale, would go down the list, right? And the fact is that it's amazing that people equate attraction level with abilities in sexualness, because they really are nothing.
No.
Have nothing to do with each other, at all.
Not at all. Not at all.
But I mean, down here especially, You know, they think of like some of these people that are so pretty or whatever. The guys here will tell everybody like they're not going to be very good because they think that that's all that's necessary.
It's true. It's true.
Yeah.
And
So,
it's not. It's not. You have to know how to do some things.
you know, you have to know what to do.
Mm-hmm.
And
Or
yes, it's
or
actually
you don't even have to know what to. You just have to know that you have to do something. Because sometimes there is the oh, I'm just going to stand here because I'm pretty, and you get to do all of the work. And if there's one thing the Divine Miss Mims does not do, it's extra work.
Boo Boo, you barely do the first round of work. Like the first round.
I would look. When it comes to that, when it comes to coming, I will put in a little bit of effort.
Little bit.
More than a little bit. I will put in. I will put in enough so that I have a pleasurable experience.
Now I like that. 'Cause that actually that does technically feel correct.
Yes, I want you to have a pleasurable experience. However, if you're not going to, well,
Oh
I can only do so much, and then we're done.
Oh my god.
My kink is not pleasuring someone else.
I mean, for some people it is.
For some people
right?
it is,
Like,
and more power to
people-
them.
yeah, some
More
people
power
that's
to
their
them.
really their main
They
thing that
get
they're
they get
into.
off on it, and that's great. Good on them. I know, girl. I know.
What were we talking about?
I don't kinks. No. We were talking about if you ever found somebody fugly you wanted to screw. Fugly or like a bad person. Vladimir Putin.
See, I never remember like that weird period of time where like some people here were like, "Oh, you know what? He's not that bad," because he was like shirtless and had like kind of
no,
a
his face is
Russian
always
chest.
nah.
I was like, no,
The face doesn't do
no.
it for me.
No. That man's not attractive, and
No.
no matter how much you squint
No.
love.
Imelda Marcos. for the shoes.
The shoe
alone.
closet. I
Yeah.
mean, I'll have relations with the shoe closet. I guess that makes sense. I mean, I'll have to tie two of them together to make one shoe, but like, it's
Oh,
fine.
girl, probably 4.
Yeah, she's got those tiny Filipino feet.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it'll be. She was a tiny lady.
She was a tiny. Is she still alive?
She's. I don't think she's still alive.
Did she die? She didn't.
think
It's
she
not been too
finally-
long ago.
I think she finally died. She's at
Okay.
the shoe closet in the sky, girl. In the sky, honey. Yes, ma'am. Her and Nancy Reagan are sitting there just talking about stuff.
Mm.
That's
There's
what-
an evil woman.
That's what's happening in my head, at least.
Girl, that you know what you say that dear listeners, back in the day in Bloom County, speaking of having sex with people who were despicable, the Opus, the penguin, really wanted to be beaten by Nancy Reagan, and I remember reading this stuff when I was like 12, 13, 14.
We should not have been reading.
No. But it was. I loved Bloom County. I really did.
I think that's why we are the way we are about politics now.
Probably.
Now that you've said that, I'm like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Is this why we are as politically minded and have been like this for such a long time?
Yeah.
Jeez Louise. Thanks, Opus.
Yeah.
for
Thank you, Opus of Bill. Like
making me care about people and what happens to them.
God and Oral Bill. My God, it's so good. It's so.
It was excellent. It really was.
really was. Dear listeners, if you just want to go back and look at all the Bloom County comics, they are hilarious.
They're so good.
Is he doing them again? I know he's restarted, but I didn't know
something
if
came
they.
back.
Yeah, I didn't know if they
I
were
remember
still
reading
going.
something about it, but I wasn't sure if it was like a one-time thing or But yeah, I do remember reading about that.
I wonder if
coming
Kathy is
back
still
up.
there.
Oh man,
Ack.
could you imagine what Kathy's life would be like now?
So we're at a restaurant, girl. It's an Italian restaurant.
Mm.
Just like her favorite movie, Carlene's favorite movie, Lady is a Tramp.
Okay. Isn't it Lady and the Tramp?
It is Lady and the Tramp.
Oh, Dwayne.
Dwayne says you don't have to thank me, and Carlene breaks it off with him because he was just a boy toy, and he says, "Well, good. I'm glad you had fun." He says that he doesn't want her back either. Like they're amicably breaking up because he sees that she's changed. He's very proud of her, but he wants a simple girl back in Arkansas or Missouri or wherever the hell he is.
That he can tell her exactly what to do.
Tell her exactly what to
how
do.
live,
yeah.
And that she'll listen and say yes.
Live that trad wife lifestyle. And Carlene ends it by going, "Hey, Dwayne, pull my finger." He said, "Don't take that away from me." She puts out her finger. He pulls it, and she belches. Do-do-do-do-do-do.
Classy to
Do
live.
do 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 do. Hey, Maim,
Yes.
did you find yourself a Miss Georgia Wild?
I like that little like bluey purpley green kind of thing that Julia was wearing. I couldn't tell if it was like a jacket or like
With the
pant.
brooch?
Yeah.
So it
like-
was a jacket. It had a green skirt with it, like a lime green skirt.
Oh.
Yeah, that was my
it
choice
was
too.
Nice.
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
like, I like seeing her in colorful
Yeah,
things.
it was different. It was
Yeah.
unusual.
Yeah, it was. It was
Um,
like, okay, you stepping out of your little comfort zone in the last season. I see you.
So a
See
random
you.
thing that I know. Well, you mean the CBS stylist? Random thing that I noticed. Well, yeah, they put a wig on her too. So. As I was watching 30 Rock on the airplane,
As you do.
as you do, because 9 hours you got to do something.
Uh,
I tried to watch In Bruges, but it was so quiet that I was like, I can't. I had the volume turned all the way up.
it's a really
and
quiet movie.
until it gets loud. Like it is a
Yeah.
very quiet movie until the last 30 minutes where it's loud. I love that movie.
Oh, man,
Absolutely
me
love that movie.
too. It's one of my favorites.
His eyebrows should have gotten an Oscar. But Jan Hooks is in 30 Rock as Jenna's mom. And I was like, oh my God. Yeah, she's only like she
Holy
may only be in one or
crap,
two
you're right.
episodes.
Yeah.
But like she is fantastic. It's like one of her last performances before she passed away.
Yeah. I forgot about
It's
that.
hilarious. I
She
just
was
want.
so good.
She was very good.
Just absolutely.
Hey, man, why don't you tell our dear listeners where they can find you?
Hello.
Oh no! Wait!
guys.
We forgot something. We forgot something. I forgot one part. Did you like this episode, Maim?
Yes, it's cute.
It was. This is. It's a shame that this is the trajectory it's taking. Because,
Like I said, man, I wish they had started this last season because this would have been. Could you imagine like building off of that? That would have been great.
like
they had done it like that.
I don't think it would have been canceled. I think it would have had another season or two left.
Yeah.
Like
I think 'cause
I
it
think
was-
it'd have made it to 9 or 10. It
She's
would
a
have.
perfect match with
Yeah.
them and what she brings. Like her whole exchange with Dwayne
Mhm.
really set the stage for like, oh,
Yeah.
she could keep up with the pace of this show.
And I mean, it is. You can tell it's on a small downward spiral, or downward cliff. But I don't know how much that was set up by the previous season, right?
Yeah.
I don't know how many more seasons it would have lasted had she have entered in last time, but I think we may have gotten at least one more season after this one, maybe
I
two.
think so too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
It was, but enjoy while you
Hold
can.
on,
Right? We had,
there's one thing that does happen, I believe, during this time that may have ruined it.
What?
When was the SAG-AFTRA strike in the 90s, or the writer strike in the
jeez.
90s? Oh, there wasn't one. Okay, good. Good. Okay. There was 1988, and then not again until the 2000s. So, yeah, they would have made it.
Yeah, I think so too. But it is what it is, right? 7 seasons is amazing for a comedy.
It's true. It's true.
That in itself is actually quite good.
Mm-hmm.
So we can't all be It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia lasting forever.
You know that I have never seen a single episode of.
I love it.
I know. I know. Like, I know a lot of people love it. I've never seen it, and it really depressed me that Rob McElhenney got thin.
Oh my god!
What you can't tell me he wasn't cute or chubby. Just like Chris Pratt, both of them cute or chubby.
I do think that Chris Pratt was more attractive when he was chubbier. Yes. Rob though, I like both of them.
Brian, not Rob. Brian McElhenney.
Yeah, I like both of them. No, it's Rob.
Rob Ryan. That's right, Rob Ryan.
Yeah.
Do you ever watch Welcome to Wrexham?
No, I know you keep telling me to watch, and I just keep forgetting about it. So I do want to watch it, but it's like one of those things that I just have to remember to do it.
Yeah, tell dear listeners where they can find you.
Hello, dear listeners. It's me, Auntie Maim, your favorite relation. You can catch me every Monday hosting karaoke at the Hotel Gathering in Miami Beach when you're down here vacationing or whatever. Just
Maybe
come
that's
see
where I
me.
should stay.
Girl. I mean, you could, right? You could, technically. Right.
It is a hotel.
It is a hotel, honey. A lot of people stay here. Not everybody stays there and does nasty stuff. So, But yeah, it's a possibility. So yeah, so we do. I'm hosting trivia this week. I'm filling in for somebody hosting trivia this week.
Cool.
So that should be fun. Yeah, it's a little extra cash, girl. Extra cash. Maybe I'll get a wig with it. So
Let's think the same thing.
Synthetic wig. A synthetic wig. Over to you, Mims.
Hey, y'all, the Divine Miss Mims. You can find me online at thedivinemissmims.com. Hey, Maim.
Yes.
Did you know we have Patreon?
What?
That's right. If you go to patreon.com/Mims Maim, throw some money. Hey, Maim.
Yeah.
Did you know we have another podcast?
What?
That's right. It's called You Slay Me. It's our Murder She Wrote podcast. Hey, Maim.
Yeah.
Did you know we have a website?
What?
I know, right? Nobody else does either. MimsMaim.com. Hey, Maim.
Yes.
Do you know what I love?
You love 5-star reviews.
That's right, Maim. They really help us. Hey, Maim.
Yes.
Did you know our dear listeners can reach out to us?
What?
That's right. They can send us an email at mimsandmaim@gmail.com. Hey, Maim.
Yeah.
Do you have anything else to add?
No. Happy Pride.
Happy Pride. Last day. Or last 2 days. Why don't you say goodnight, Maim?
Good night.
Bye, y'all.